Guys, I wanted to do another video, and when I make these videos, people are starting to catch on. They're all very personal stories, and guys, you have to practice what you preach. I wrote a 700-page book called The Book of Life because I've studied this my entire life. I've overcome rock bottoms, I've overcome depression, failed suicide, failed overdoses, failed relationships. I'm not some 18-year-old boy standing here taking off his shirt, or some girl that looks like shit. She's got big dark bags underneath her eyes and she wants to tell you how she supposedly changed her life and she still looks like shit. And I don't say this to condemn sin. I say this because we need to be truthful. We cannot use positivity to cover up the weeds. We need to be truthful and brutally honest with ourselves first, because truth is the greatest form of love there is. It's why every religion uses and tells you to be truthful, because truthful comes from the heart. Truth, the brutally honest truth, comes from the heart. It's what love is. And these videos, like I said, I always have a personal story, and today is very personal. And it's people pleasing. And I grew up an Orthodox Christian, and surrender your true self. And I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole other video, okay? You can go watch my video on religion. But people pleasing, okay? And people don't realize there's a fine line between love and giving, and then there's people pleasing. Okay? And the issue we must, okay, and I'm trying to find a good starting point with this, because this, is very deep. And I don't edit any of these videos, okay? And I do them all in one take. And the best angle we have to understand is everything in life starts with ourselves, right? I've studied the mind and psychology and energy or quantum physics my entire life. And you begin to realize everything starts with your mind, right? Your mind is what directs your emotions or your energy that you put out. And that's what's going to come back to you, because Holy Spirit or infinite life is flowing through us and all of the trees and the animals and anything that's alive, right? 532 hertz is the vibration of rainbows even, and animals. It's what they put in the ocean after the oil spill, and the oil started clearing up. The critics even, and skeptics even tested it, and they found out they were right. This is the power of the vibration of love, the love frequency that the prophets, like Jesus himself, used to cure diseases. You stare at the back of somebody's head long enough, they turn around without you even touching them. We are energy. The physical body is an illusion, right? You truly embrace yourself from within. You let go of the flesh. What does this have to do with people pleasing? Everything. Everything. Because it all starts with your mind first. If you truly love yourself, then you're able to send out genuine and authentic love. Guess what kind of love you get back? If you're insecure and you're just using flattery all the time, flattery or fake love, guess what kind of love you're going to get back? But when you truly love and understand yourself, you understand this. You have to take care of yourself. If you are not taking care of yourself 100% first, there is only going to be 90% of you, for the new people you meet every day or every week, depending on what kind of work you're in, that are going to be able to experience and get to understand you. But if you are only taking care of 50% of yourself, and you're leaving 50% for the rest of the world just to take, then guess what? They will never get 100% of your worth, 100% of who you are. They will never get to truly understand or love you. And this is why it's so important. Like I said, this is why I just went over what I went over about the whole energy and the mind and everything starting with you first. You have to take care of yourself first. And it's the greatest form of self-love is self-care. And some of these so-called entrepreneurial gurus and whatnot, some of them taking steroids, they don't truly love and understand themselves. They're burning themselves out. They spend no time with their families and their little kids. They're out trying to fill their insecurity with success. I talk about it in my chapter in Success and Goals. 7 years after turning 18, I have had the privilege to travel the world, go on exotic vacations, not only travel the world, but live in a third world country, prosper in a third world country, barely even speaking their language, working with the leaders and the governors. mastering 30 jobs, all the way up to consulting business owners, now international nonprofit owner. The list goes on, graduating all honors. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm saying this to build credibility. But I finally realized something when I truly discovered myself from within and stopped trying to use success to impress others or success to make myself feel better or try to fill my emptiness. Exactly why millionaires become millionaires or billionaires overnight and they kill themselves. And you have to take care of yourself first. And it's a very backwards philosophy, right? Because the more you take care of yourself and the more 100% of yourself you have and your health, you are more creative. One of these so-called self-help gurus that spends no time with his family, lets his shit go to hell, he says the only time he has any actual time to think creatively and come up with creative ideas for his life is when he's in the shower. That's pathetic. I don't censor these videos. That's fucking pathetic. And that's the brutally honest truth. That you are taking care of yourself like that, like literally. We are not slaves. Work was made for us. And this is why you have to take care of yourself first. 100% of yourself. I'm grateful I sleep 7-8 hours a day, and there's a reason why. Because I don't have to drink any coffee. I'm able to think, make no mistakes almost, or less mistakes. Because I'm now recovered, slept 7-8 hours. And this doesn't mean I sleep in until like 12 o'clock and smoke pot all day. No, I wake up still before 8 o'clock most days, if not 9 o'clock still. I still stay up until 9 o'clock working or 8 o'clock working most nights. I still work more than 10 hours a day. But I'm still managing my health and my well-being first. Because I understand if my health is not good first with myself, my relationships are not going to be healthy. The people I attract into my life are not going to be happy. And for a while I was burning myself out, chasing success and trying to make myself feel better. And if you are people pleasing, you are allowing other people. And Martin Luther King said it perfectly. I will hate no man because I will not allow that man to have power over me. Everything starts here. The physical body is an illusion. It's all here within our soul, right? Our soul within, our true self within our souls. And I repeat that because it's so important we repeat this and understand this stuff. It's the repetition that allows us to form these new paradigms or embrace these truths. And you are allowing basically the entire world to rape you. Because you are bending over backwards, dying and taking action for other people when you have not even taken care of yourself first. You're just like that free sample that they're giving out at the grocery store. And a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, this guy is way over the top. He needs to censor his shit. He needs to be more politically correct like a politician. But no, I'm not endorsed. I'm not trying to sell you a seminar so I can speak the brutally honest truth uncensored. And a lot of my people I counsel, they go running off crying, and then they always come back. And they always come back and say, thank you, you were right. You know, my ego or my insecurity was shattered. But I thought about it, and I've actually, sometimes they try actually what I tell them, and they come back though, and they're always. So this is why I don't censor my shit. But it's the truth, guys. You're bending over backwards before you even take care of yourself. You're nothing more than a free sample. And if you are, this is not love. Because true love would mean that you truly understand and love yourself first, like we just talked about. And then you're able to give an authentic love to the rest of the world. But if you don't truly understand and love yourself from within, and truly love yourself first, and take care of yourself first, then I question, 100% question, and know the answer of these people's intentions. Are they doing it to try to make themselves feel better? Are they doing it because their religion tells them to, but not because they truly want to do it themselves? That's the difference. Seriously, it's the difference between kindness and niceness. There's a reason there's definitions, because one is rooted in fear and insecurity, the other is rooted in true love and giving and the vibration of love. One is kindness. What does kindness mean? It comes from your heart. What does niceness mean? You're doing it because society tells you to, because the television tells you to, your religion tells you to. Talk about it in my video on religion. It's funny how that's a completely backwards then, isn't it? Our true intentions. Good deeds, my ass. You're doing it because your religion tells you to. You're not even doing it through the vibration of love, the unadulterated frequency of love, and because your heart tells you to. Thank you, Chibi. See the bird. The bird agrees, the parakeet agrees. It's got to be right? But seriously, guys, so I'm going to close out the video with this point, take care of yourself first and give an authentic and true love to where you can still take care of yourself. For the world can still get 100% of who you are, right? Work was made for us. We were not made to work. We were not created as slaves. We are the highest form of life there is, with higher faculties and thinking in the mind, the subconscious mind, that we can reprogram through thinking. Like I said, I'm very passionate about this. And one of my exes, she was a freelancer. She did Hindi translations on the internet. And I was falling in love after a month when I finally realized she was not taking care of herself first. She was sleeping 4 hours a day, working for her clients, taking care of her clients first. And she refused to say no to clients that offered her work because she wanted to please them. And I couldn't, I tried, you get to a point in life where you're wise enough, you understand we can't force people to change. They have their own unique individual journey. And the more you try to force them to change, the further you're going to push them away, right? So since we weren't married, obviously I ended the relationship. I didn't want to watch her suffer anymore and watch the woman I love, be taken advantage of literally by these completely random strangers. You don't even understand or know anything about these people. For all you know, they could be a psychopathic killer. And that's the difference between authentic love, understanding, right? You truly understand and love yourself first, so you truly respect yourself. You honor yourself, your time, your energy, because the physical body is an illusion. It's all energy, right? You're literally being taken advantage of. Spiritually, your soul and your spirit, your energy is being taken advantage of by these completely random strangers, and it's why I ended the relationship. And don't be that person, guys. Love yourself truly from within, and then you don't have to try doing these things out of insecurity, hoping it'll make you feel better. And this is why I bring up all of these wild points and I connect them all together at the very end. People now understand my overall point. And that's what it's all rooting back from. There's two emotions. There's fear and there's love. There's ignorance and there's understanding, which is love, right? And what is fear? It stimulates from ignorance, right? Someone who doesn't understand themselves most of the time, or they don't understand a situation or a person. You have the vibration of fear and worry and doubt. What is the opposite? You truly understand yourself from within. Then you truly love yourself. It's not an egotistic love. And you truly understand other people. Don't be a fool, guys. You have no idea. Don't jump to conclusions and be a fool. You have no idea who you're dealing with until you actually understand who they are. You may get a vibe off of somebody that you don't even want to find out. Your intuition saying something's off. But get to understand people before you even offer your help. Your time, you never get back your time. And what is time? We talk about it. Time is infinite life. It is Holy Spirit, right? That we direct with our imaginations. You don't ever get back your time. You don't ever get back your spirit or your energy. So respect it and honor it. Love yourself from within. You deserve it so much. You are so perfect. And I wish you guys all the very best. I truly hope this video helps out for people that are struggling with people pleasing, pleasing completely random strangers. And you can overcome it. through the vibration of love, discovering your true self, loving yourself first, and giving 100% of yourself then out to the world, and you will get law of attraction. You put out 100% of yourself, then guess what you're going to get back?